So this should be the last video, so let's take a look at something. And I added another one, okay, another post, so you can add that. We can start with the edit that we already have this, okay, edit, and we are able to delete now. So let's add here the public, okay, just let me get that async edit post, and this is going to take some parameters. That the first one is the post object with the type post. The second one is the files that we are going to send into our upload image function, and the post ID that is going to be a string. So now here we're going to define some things. That the first thing is the new tags variable and edited tags. That this one is going to be an empty array. So here we're going to do something. We're going to say let update post. That this update post is going to have the new values. So we're going to say title post object. That is what we are getting, that title, since it's a class or a type post, we can access that. Content post object, that content, so we can access that since we are inferring the interface. Okay, we're adding the interface to that, so it understands what it has. Now, okay, since we don't have to do anything fancy with the title and content, we are just going to pass it to this object that later is going to be added into the update function that allows us to merge the information inside Firebase. So we're going to check now the post object, and we're going to check the add tags, that length, not like that, but 0. If we have some tags to add that are coming from this one, okay, from the select, then we're going to say new tags is going to be equals to the post object, the tags that we already have, and we're going to concat that to the array that we're going to receive from the selection, that is add tags. So we are going to create a new property inside the updated post. Let's say updated post that we have in line 171, and this one is going to have the value of new tags, or it's going to be defined to the new tags. Okay. Else, just console.log this arrow so we can see that, and there are no tags to add, something like that. And we're going to continue checking if the post object, and we can actually add this remove tags that length. If we have some tags to remove that are going to come from these remove tags, if updated post tags, if the tags we have, or better said, if this exists, we're going to say update post tags that map. We're going to receive an element from there, and for each one we're going to say if post object that remove tags that index of t, meaning that what we add here, okay, is not inside our tags. So we need to add edited tags is going to have, so we're going to push the tag we are having or we're checking inside the remove tags into the edit tags, because we want to actually have the correct tags. Okay, and the thing is that inside this, the functionality that we are going to add is that we can add and delete, okay, in the same place, in the same function. So we need a way to replace what we have in the tags. So I'm on delete tags. Okay, now we can type an else, and we can say post object tags that map t if post object that remove tags that index of t -1. We're going to push that into edited tags that push and the t. Okay, so you will see how this works, so you don't get confused. It looks kind of odd. You can use filter here. Of course, I'm just using index of. So filter is going to return the same thing. Edit tags. So we are checking to remove, and okay, here inside this, so just give me a second to check something, because I did else here and this is not here, this is here. Okay, sorry, this is for this if, and below that, below this else, okay, we're going to add another checking. So if right now edited tags is going to be populated with tags that we want to set to be the tags on the post. So we're going to check if that length is equals to 0, meaning there are no tags that we want to change. We're going to console that log. Sorry, this is going to be a post must contain at least one tag. I said that I was not going to allow the user to delete all the tags. So what it's going to check is, after all this, we're going to add and concat to the tags we already have, and we're going to remove, okay, from this or this, the tags that we set to remove. So if we right now, okay, since we have one active and one that is not active, if I say I want to remove this, okay, it's going to check, okay, the array that is resulting from all that shit, okay, is 0, so I'm not going to allow this to be deleted, and we're going to say return false. So the important thing is here the edit tags, because the edit tags is what we are going to add as the updated tags. Okay, so we're going to remove and delete from the arrays that we are creating, okay, and assigning that to the new tags. So the next thing that we have to do is on the else, updated post, tags is going to be equal to edited tags. Okay, so here is that if this is not empty, if the edit tags is not empty, now we can add the value of this into the property tags on the updated post. And we need to check here for the files. So if files is not equals to null, meaning that we have a file, we're going to await for, not for this, but say this, that is upload image, that remember that takes a file list and just uses the first one. And from there, we're going to say updated post cover. We're going to create a new property for this updated post. So remember that we are going to set the download URL using this function. So we get the new download URL and the new file reference. For the new file equals this that file ref. Sorry, file path. And constant storage ref is going to be equal to this that storage, the ref, the reference of the storage bucket. Now the storage ref has this child method that is actually what we are going to use in order to delete. So the post object is going to return a file ref, okay, and that is what is the name of the file we are going to delete. This is going to be handled like this. Okay, you can use async here, but let's just use then. It's the same, it's actually the same thing. So console.log image deleted, and the catch error console.log error. So let me scroll down a little bit more. Okay, and now we can just say let p equals, if you want to return something, you can use this await this that firestore that collection with a capital P posts that document that we are receiving a post ID, okay, inside our parameters. That's set, and this one takes an object, and we're going to say merge true. So just be careful with merge, because what merge is going to do is going to change whatever you add, the properties you added, okay. But in case you you mistype something and say this is going to create another property inside your database, okay, your document with that name. So you just need to be careful, and we can return p if we want. The p is the post updated. So let's actually test this and see if it works. If not, well, I'm not adding this inside your post, so we cannot test this right away. So remember that here the only thing that we are going to add is the form data, since this is coming from the form. Okay, we have this. The form is this one, okay, on line 23. We are seeing the values, so this is I'm just going to call it form data, and it's going to be type post. So we're going to say this.bc, because we're handling that, equals to true. Now form data tags, we're going to add the tags to this form data. It's going to be this that current post that tags, the tags from our posts, and form data file ref, we are going to pass this to, because we want to delete it in case the user selects another image, this that current post that file ref. Now inside this we're going to say await. So this is an async function. This that Firebase service that edit post. So it takes the form data. It takes this that image that is going to only be set when we click the file. Okay, it's going to use this handle input, and that handle input is going to take the file list, okay, the event target files, and store that inside the image. So it's actually a set of images or a set of files, but we're not allowing multiple, and we're only handling the first one anyways. This that current ID is the ID from the URL that we are checking. Okay, so let me scroll. Okay, so it's this one on line 18. And after this, we're going to say, okay, not here, sorry. After this, we're going to say this that BC equals to false. And we're going to use this that router that navigate by URL. We need to add a URL here. It can be any, because we're going to say skip location change to true, and this is going to return a promise. So let's say then, and it's going to be this star router that navigate. Now we are going to be navigated to what we add here, that is the post. Let's add a slash here, post, and the this that current ID. That is the ID of the post. So it's actually going to refresh this page. Okay, so that should work. Hopefully, let's say edit post, new post updated, new post updated. Let's choose a file, and right now let's leave it like that. Let's say submit. It's going to take a little bit. It's not showing anything. So okay, I think I'm not okay. Just let me check inside my component. Oh, maybe I just forgot to add my my behavioral subject. So I'm going to finish this one and then add the behavioral subject just to see this actually taking place. Okay, so you can see this is loading. I think I didn't use the, okay. So it said that it was loading and removed the, you can see changed. So if I say edit post again, and we got redirected to the same one, let's remove this so you can see here that it's updated. This is a new post updated. Let's see if that works. Submit. Okay, this is a new post. It's not changing because let's take a look at that. I made a typo, maybe that could be what's going on. Let me just scroll a bit. Contente puse. I mean contente, I said contente. Okay, so let me show you what it did, because that is what I was going to, what I said, but I didn't check that it was actually. So you can see, since it's merging, it's just going to say content. Okay, I don't have anything there, so I'm just going to add it. So let's just delete the field. Yep. Okay, that is done, and now it should work with what we add in the content. So let's say a pause, again updated to see the change there, and comma updated. So if I choose another file, these are pretty big files. Open, submit, and I just added the loading. You can add, okay, I forgot I didn't add that. You can do the same, create a new behavior subject that we did in the create post, and actually pass this percentage, or you just need to subscribe to the same one since we are using the same one. You should have the percentage there. Okay, it's the same thing that we did. Okay, updated and updated in the create post. So now let's let's add tech and submit. You can see that it's added, and let's say edit post, and let's delete live, submit. There are no tags to add, tags fetched, and you can see that we have only tag. In this case, if I go and say tag submit, a post must contain at least one tag, and it's going to return false and not delete anything. Okay, so that is working. You can add multiple tags and just finish with that. So this is working actually. So let me add the styling for this, so we at least have something that looks, prettier than that. Let's go to style, and this is already done. So let me go to the styling in my other. So I'm going to add, I have this percent edit delete form, that is all of this. Let me add it inside this, Control V. Let me see if that's all, and then I'm going to show you. You can see that it shows the ripple. I forgot the image. Okay, you can see the edit, and we can get all this. I forgot the image that was, I'm guessing above. No, current post. I think I know. Okay, current post. Copy that. Come back here. And let's paste it here. Let's see if that's all, and I'm going to just scroll so you can copy that. Okay, so that's all. We are not adding any font. You can add that, that's just up to you. So we still need that. So let me just scroll this, okay, so you can see. And if you want to copy, I added this below the not active. So this is the current post, okay. Current post image, the content, percent, progress, edit, delete, and cancel. So let's go to the delete, the form, everything inside the form, the input and text area, the input, and select multiple, the loader, okay. And I got this. I will show you where I got this. So let me just scroll until you see the keyframe, so you can check those. You just need to copy this as it is, and I just need the navigation, and I will show you that in a second. So it's the navigation. So let me just go to, I think I don't have the header, right? No. Let me just go to body. Is okay. All this that is in red. Okay. Let's save this. I'm going to show you in a second. So we have this little, and the tags. Okay. And let me show you so you can copy that. Body all, header h1, header image. Let me scroll a little bit. Okay, header image, and below that is the navigation UL, sorry, a navigation UL list A, and the post we already have that. So that's it. And if you want to add, and which one I have, because I should have that on, okay, PT Sans. So let's go to Google Fonts, and it's PT Sans. So they added this. PT Sans is this one. Let's click this plus. It's going to give us this. So let's copy this, go inside, or let me just do this, and we need this inside of index.html, and let's just paste it here on line 10, and you can see the styling change, and that's all. Yeah. So the loaders, let's say CSS loaders. I think I got that one from, is the ripple. So that, okay, is this one. You click this and you get what you need to add inside the HTML, and you just copy all this that goes inside the CSS. Okay, and you have that. You can change the colors. Okay, here they can, and you can change it on the CSS. Okay, so I think that's it. I think we can just finish the project here. And since we don't have any more tags to add, this is not showing anything. So you can add more tags into your here. Okay, I need added this because, just let me see what mistake I made now. Since this shouldn't be, maybe when I tested that the first time it just added, so everything should be on capital posts, capital P posts. So yeah, I just created that, I think, when I yeah. So let's remove this one. So you can also see that okay, it created that when I say updated. So let's just, no, if we delete the document posts, it's going to delete this one. Okay, so now we can see that is working. So just to show you, because that might throw you off, let's add a new one and edit it. So we are already done with this. So test post and content. This is a post to test. Choose file, something that we don't have. This one maybe open, and let's say tag, only tag, and submit. It's going to add this. So let's wait for this to end, and we can edit. So you can see that it's not going to add anything inside another post collection. Okay, this one, edit, we're going to say we're going to add live, and if we do, we're going to remove text. You will see what is going to happen. And updated and updated. So let's actually remove this and maybe change it to this one. I don't know. Okay, the thing is that I forgot to add the numbers, actually the percentage. So you just need to do the same. Let me show you what you need to do so you can try that. In case you don't you're not able, just let me know and I will add it. So remember that we are subscribing inside our ad post to this, okay, percentage, that is getting the percentage that we are getting from the file upload inside the service. So we need to subscribe to that. Just do the same, okay, and add the percentage inside the post, something like is this one. Just add something like percentage, okay, the name of the variable that you're going to add, and that's going to be it. I'm going to leave that so you can change it. So you can see that it removed tech and it got only live, post updated, test post updated and updated, and it updated it. So just to see that this is working correctly, we should have only 3 images. Okay, so you can see. Okay, and these are the 3 images that we have here. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and see you on the next one.